Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video recapping or reviewing the next trade paperback in the series of the Walking Dead comic books. This one will be trade 16, A Larger World. I had done up to trade 15 back in like 2012, and you guys asked for me to complete the rest of these up to current time, which is up to 22 in terms of releases. So yep, this will be the first one continuing on now in 2015, years later. Pretty crazy how time flies. Volume 16, A Larger World. Okay, and spoiler warning, if you guys haven't read this one yet, if you're wondering when I think we're going to see the contents of this trade translated or adapted into the Walking Dead television series, I'm guessing this trade right here will be probably Season 7, part of Season 7, or like the very end of Season 6, like the last part of Season 6. And I don't think it will even include everything. It might be like finale around the time of the finale, but it depends how many trades they want to cover next season, which we never know. Each season covers a different amount. Scott Gimple's is kind of up to a rhythm of about 3 or 4 depending, but that could change, so we can't really say. So it contains 6 issues. It contains the story arc, A Larger World, Volume 16. So in this trade, really cool, as I showed you the cover, you can see Rick here. He's overlooking, I believe it's the Alexandria safe zone he's looking at, but he's overlooking, and the title is A Larger World. So the idea of this trade, what's happening in this trade, basically, this story is that the people of Alexandria, so it's not too far off from where we're at in the Walking Dead television series right now, except in this one already Rick has, now this is a bit spoilery because they're going to get here eventually in the TV series, so if you don't want to know, you might not want to watch, but we're going to recap basically everything in this so that you kind of know where the direction is. If you haven't read the comic book series and you don't intend to, this might be perfect for you because we're going to talk about what happens in this version of The Walking Dead. The TV series version will be different for sure. So this is the people of Alexandria. We have Rick and everyone in Alexandria. The biggest difference I see is that Andrea, of course, is still alive, and this is kind of the beginning of where her and Rick start a relationship. And we find ourselves at the very end. You've got them; they kind of make out, kiss, and everything. And you've got the line from Andrea, "Isn't it time for you to come back to life?" And then they kind of get together. So in this one, we see the continuation of that. We've got some parts here where you've got Andrea. Here's a picture of her here. And she's basically, a couple times, she's kind of not thrown herself at Rick, but she's kind of let Rick know that she's interested. She wants to have a relationship with him. This is a great page here. She tries to hold hands with him. And you could just, you can see that. And then basically what happens is that she makes it clear to him that she wants to have a relationship with him and that she's really attracted to him and she likes him a lot. And he basically pushes her off. He's just not ready for that kind of commitment right now. And he talks about how everyone he cared about is dead. So, or almost everybody he cares about, anyone who gets close to him dies. So he doesn't want to start a relationship with Andrea just yet. It's a little early for that. We also have Sophia, Walking Dead comic book series version Sophia. And she's right there across from, I can't reach it, but you can see her with her arms outstretched. And Glenn and Maggie are her replacement parents in the comic book series. TV series has no equivalent unless we see Enid possibly get adopted by them or something. I don't know. Who knows what they're going to do with that. But right now there's no equivalent for Sophia. You have Carl, who basically is, now this is major spoilery, he's having amnesia, and he's having memory loss because, right here, of course, what happened in No Way Out and him being, shot in the eye and everything and losing an eye. So, which you probably knew anyway if you hadn't read this, but just by seeing covers and stuff that I've had in the in the channel that and just online too if you browse Walking Dead online. So he also has a dream here. He wakes up from the dream. He's pretty sweating and everything, and he tells Rick that there was this younger boy. and he was bad, and he killed him, but it didn't feel like a dream. So he's forgetting that a lot of the events that happened before did happen. Like when he first woke up, he said, "Dad, where's Mom?" after he got it shot out. So really cool stuff for Carl, and we kind of get a sense of what's making him so badass in the series around this time. TV series, we haven't seen any of that, so it's a totally different situation. We have Michonne and Abraham, and they meet Paul Monroe, or Jesus, for the first time. And you have a fight between them, and he's so tough. He's gay, by the way. He's another homosexual character. And he is so tough that he actually takes out both of them. Or, well, he doesn't take them out, but he kind of beats them and holds the knife or holds the sword to Abraham and tells Michonne to get Rick. So Rick comes out and then basically kind of beats him up a little bit. They take him captive, doesn't believe what Jesus is saying, and basically what he is saying is that they're not alone. There's a larger world out there. This is a cool scene where Rick kind of pulls him down after he shakes hands with him and kind of stomps him out. Stomps him out in the head, which is pretty clever and pretty cool too. Some good action sequences there. It was really fun. Then they kind of tie him up in the whole bit, and you got him tied up there and that. And basically what happens after that is that they decide it's worth it to give it a shot, and Rick figures, if it doesn't work out, they'll just take everything that the people have and leave them for dead. Here's a cool splash page of kind of a larger world. They're looking out in Washington. The Hilltop is about 20 miles away, they say. And here's the page where he says, if not, we'll just take everything they have and leave them for dead. Right here. So you can see kind of evil Rick there. And part of it is because Rick and the group are running out of food for everybody at Alexandria. They go around and they scavenge and they pick up cans and they get canned food and stuff as much as they can find. But there's only so much out there, so it's difficult for them to keep up when they have so many survivors. And their farming isn't up and running yet, so they got to get that going pretty soon. It seems that Douglas or TV series version Deanna and them really didn't plan to farm and do this stuff, and they really weren't ready. So Rick is basically in charge now. You have him deciding they're going to do that, and then they give the Hilltop a shot. So we got some cool in Washington parts here until they finally, welcome to the Hilltop. And you have him, and there it is right there up on the hill. And he's showing them what it is. So then we meet the Hilltop basically, and it's cool. It's a new place to see. We meet the leader Gregory, and before too long, this character named Ethan, who's very upset, comes in and stabs Gregory in the stomach right here. And Rick ends up taking him down and then ends up actually killing Ethan for what he did to Gregory, the leader of the Hilltop. And we kind of find out more about it pretty quickly, that he was out with, this Ethan character was out with a couple other characters, and Negan, and the Saviors, Negan, has actually taken the girl, killed the other guy, and told Ethan that he has to send Gregory a message, which is basically to kill him, or at least gut him, or try to. And it doesn't work out because Rick gets in the way and, kills him. And he says, "What?" here, and everyone's looking at him like they can't believe what's going on, even though Ethan did attack him and everything, and you get kind of that standoff situation. So in the end, we have the beginning of, Rick and the others learning about Negan, learning about the Saviors, but not knowing at first how tough the Saviors are, not knowing how many men they have, not knowing how strong they are, and Rick and the group have built up some confidence at this point that people of Alexandria and him are very tough, and that it might be worth it to kill the Saviors group off or beat them. That way they can establish this trade relationship with the Hilltop and get all the food they pretty much need, because the Hilltop can produce a lot of food, and they don't really have almost any right now. And winter's coming as well, too. Winter's coming. So then you have at the end Rick, in a really cool splash page, and he says, "This changes everything. Can't you see that? We can finally stop surviving and start living." So that's how we kind of get into the Negan with the Saviors, the overall more of a world type story with different communities happening at once, not just Alexandria, but different communities. You got Hilltop, Alexandria, and then we're going to get to know the Kingdom, and then the Saviors with Negan, which is our villain area or our villain group. So really cool story arc in The Walking Dead. Parts I like about this one, I like how different it is from the TV series. I like seeing Andrea. It makes me really miss seeing her in the TV series, but we'll see what they do with Sasha instead. Still though, really miss seeing Andrea in the TV series. Really like seeing her in this still. really makes this story a lot different from the TV series version, which I almost think of as the default, which I shouldn't, because this is really the default. This was released first, and the TV series is a changed adaptation of it. So a great trade, a lot of fun, a larger world, getting to meet Jesus for the first time, getting to see Andrea and Rick's relationship just kind of starting out, Sophia, Carl, badass Carl with one eye, the Hilltop with Gregory, and just hearing the first hint of the Saviors and Negan and what this is all about before we meet them in Something to Fear. Great trade. Really enjoyed it a lot. In terms of score, I'm going to give this one a 9, I think. It's a great builder for a change in The Walking Dead. Now, it doesn't have the most action or any big battles or anything like that. But what it does have is it has a huge change in the story where you go from a very micro survivor feel where they're always focusing on surviving as a smaller group. Even in Alexandria, focus is surviving as a bigger group. And then in this, we have the kind of the concept of, okay, we've been able to survive now. Now we have a chance to kind of make this trade relationship and actually start living, and be well off and have enough food, have enough ammunition. Eugene mentioning he might be able to cast bullets nearby. So really great trade. Enjoyed it a lot. Going to do my review for trade 17 coming up pretty soon. This one's for 16. If you guys missed any of my previous ones, I'm going to create a playlist, and I'll put the links down below for each one all the way through for the Walking Dead comic book series. Should you want to know how the parts differ from the TV series, or what happens as we go through all 16 parts up to this one, and then as we go on through this next week, I'll do the rest. So a 9 out of 10 for me, a larger world. It's a really great trade in The Walking Dead because it sets us up with a more world view with different locations, and later on in the series makes the series very interesting that we're not always focused on such a micro view. We get to see a more macro view of kind of this whole trade, communities, and everything, and it just makes it really exciting. And really great story, obviously, because it needs to change, and this is a big trade of change. So that's it for this one, guys. Let me know what you thought about A Larger World, and heads up for the others that are coming this week and next week probably, because I got a few, and I might do like one every other day or something like that. I'll try to do them every day, but it does take a bit of time to review these. So let me know what you guys think about all that. Let me know what you think of A Larger World, the differences between the TV series, the comic book series, which story you prefer better in terms of Andrea and Carl and more badass Rick. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the review, please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share it, please favorite it, and if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left, go ahead and click there to get the rest of my Walking Dead trade reviews as I do them. And I'll call it here. That's it for this one, guys. I'll see you soon for another. As always, it's Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See ya.